Hello, welcome back again. I've done a little bit of work while you weren't here. I've actually fitted the end stop come shelf to the end of the bench. It's glued in position, and so that's complete. The intention of doing the shelf is that Malcolm's leather tools can now sit on the shelf. Another project, one project leads into another. Another project he's asked me to look at is he's slowly increasing his collection of leather tools. He wants me to make another block. Well, the style of this one's quite good. The way it leans forward, has varying size holes. However, he does have some tools that don't fit in the hole selection that's there. So I'm toying with the idea of getting a piece of 120 by 120 or 100 by 120 timber, and actually making a full length tool holder. That'll enable him to expand how he needs. So that'll be a separate project. But one end of the bench is now finished. We're now going to move on to the other end of the bench down here, and finish off the end fence down here. So I'll clear some of this stuff off of the bench, and we'll make a start on this end fence. Alright, so we'll go outside and we'll get this set up and cut off the end. Don't you just love all the leaves on the ground here? I keep saying to Malcolm, let's clean it up, but he quite likes it. Don't know why. And as you can no doubt see, the boss is in her throne. I'm going to do this one the reverse of what I did with the other one, because I had so much trouble with the drill bit wandering in the compressed timber here, hitting hard and soft bits. I'm actually going to put the initial holes into the piece this time and use the dowel markers to mark the bench top. So we'll move back into the lighted end of the bench, and I shall find where I've put the drill bit from yesterday.
Okay. Touch longer. Okay.
It's amazing how this this fiberboard, I mean, that was a new drill bit when I started, and it's quite blunt. And no, it's not the one I hit on the metal frame, because I swapped that out. It was actually a new drill bit. And I know I should be using a marking collar on the drill bit so I know how deep to go, but I'm not. And that was harder there, and you could see there was darker chips coming out from down inside. Alright, so there's our three holes. We're only going to put 3 in for the for removable fence. So I want the 3 little indicators. And we'll move back to the less lit end of the room. I tried to bring one of my filming floodlights out, but strangely enough, Laura Malcolm's knockometer. Make sure it's lined up with the edge of the bench. And we'll put his knockometer back. And put his safety glasses back. His safety glasses, which I actually think are mine, but anyway. Oh. Now with any luck, sorry about the poor light conditions. I'll see if I can improve the light down this end of the room by unhooking this light and moving it to up here. Now we have the holes nicely marked. All bar the center one. I think that's it there. But what I'm going to do is I'll drill 2 and we'll reassess that. Now I'm hoping, yes I can, if I can lift the end of the bench bloody big mosquito in here. Well, it is that time of the year. Now, I need a block behind it.
Making sure that the drill is square to the work that way and that way by watching the initial cut. If it's digging in on one side, I'll adjust my angle. Which is why I'm okay. So
All being well, if we take 2 dowels, place them in that end and that end. It slots into place. Alright, so what I need to do temporarily is take my little block out, and without getting too much of my hand pinched in the work, Actually, from the dust that's dropped out of the hole, I think that position was about right, but we'll double check. 1 knockometer required. Just make sure that things are parallel, and certainly was. I'm using the head cam, as you no doubt worked out, and viewing Malcolm's videos, not my finger that time, my shirt, and mosquitoes back again. From Malcolm's video, I ascertained that if you move your head too quickly, that it doesn't look good on the video. So I'm just trying to, when I turn my head, be mindful that I've got to do it slowly. The problem being, they're going through, and although I've drilled all the way through the bench top, I'll put the board on. I may have to drill the holes in here even deeper again. Yeah. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to glue them into this end stop, let the glue settle off. Now I'm not going to put an excessive amount of glue in the hole. Right, I'm going to bring you back when this this glue's dried. What I intend to do is slowly trim a little bit off of these until it sits square and even on the bench. So I'll come back when the glue's dried enough to do that. Okay, the glue has set quite well. So what I'm going to do now is hopefully fit the fence into its holes, and note that That one's there. And that one's there. So we get them out. Now what that's telling me is that I need to take the distance from there to there off of that end. And so that one is that needs 5 mil off, and this one needs 10 mil off. So what we're going to do is go over to the other side and we're going to mark $10 mil off. And we're going to mark very approximately 5 mil off. Now I'll take these outside and we'll cut them with the jigsaw. Now they haven't got, these have got a nice chamfered lead in. I'm going to try without putting them on. No hassle to put them on, but now on the other end of the bench I screwed 3 of these plates on. Now I'm going to do the same at this end of the bench, but I'm not going to bolt them onto the bench. Let me take this off and I'll explain why. If these plates are sitting on the edges, when they go down, they're going to sit onto the side of the bench and they'll give it a little bit of stability. It'll make it a little bit harder to get this on and off, but it'll be better protected from the occasional knock that it may get. So we'll head outside, and as we did with the others, we'll stick 3 of these plates on and see how we go. So what do I need? I need a drill, don't I? I think the screws are there, the bit's there. We'll go outside to do it. Okay, get the drill out of the way. Now, the reason I left these up is you probably can't see in this light, but I'm now easing them out over the edge of the bench. And I mean, it won't stand a full-on assault, but it certainly will stop things getting knocked off the end of the bench. So that's 2 done. That's a second bench. End stops on the bench. I think next one has got to be lighting in here. So Malcolm and I might go shopping. What's today? Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning. If he's got nothing on, we'll go shopping. I've got some ideas for lighting, but he needs to be happy with what I think. So that's it for this one. Don't forget, if you like these videos, subscribe, share and comment. Hooroo. Okay, well, here we are in Malcolm's leather shed again. I've gone ahead and mounted the lights without videoing it. There wasn't a great deal to show. I'll just move in on the lights. They hang from those plates up there, and up there on the ceiling. So there wasn't a lot of mounting other than drilling a couple of holes. It's a multi-LED light, and as you can see, it puts out a pretty good light on the bench. Malcolm hasn't got all these other lights on, but it's a pretty good working light and a good filming light. So what do you think of your light, Malcolm?
Well, yeah, could be a bit higher, but that's about it. Yeah. He gives me a lot more when I'm doing my sewing and things like that. I can actually see what I'm doing. From some of the older videos, I made a lot of comments on shadows and things on my hand, and as you can see, it doesn't actually make much of a shadow now. So it's going to be a lot better for the videoing, at least.
Yeah. What it does show up is now that the other bench is not as well lit. So whether we go with the second one of these lights hanging across that bench as well is yet to be decided. But the light, complete with its mounts and everything, was not that expensive. So I'm quite impressed with the light. I'll probably get one and mount it over my lathe because it's nice even light. And the next project I'll move on to will be making a longer block for Malcolm's leather tools to sit on the shelf there. And oh, and by the way, the boss has had a haircut for Christmas. Hey, Charlie. Yep, she's in our boss's chair. We've clocked on at the time clock and she's watching us.